are you?
Hello. Hello. How is everyone? Good morning.
You walk fast.
I walk really
fast.
fast.
Oh my gosh.
I've been told that my whole entire life. I walk fast. I'm always in a hurry. We can't waste time.
We can't waste time. So I want to start off by just saying this. I don't know if you saw the news. Congratulations to the few, the chosen. CPAC is sold out. Can't buy any more 4-day passes. It's packed. You can get some 1-day passes for Sunday. And talking about passes on Sunday, Michelle.
Yes.
What an honor to have you here.
Sundays are new for me now.
Yeah,
Sundays
that's right.
are not what they used to be for me. It's great to be here.
All right, jump right into it. Why are you at CPAC? A lot of people are surprised to see you here.
I was invited, and I'm so glad that I was, and thank you for inviting me. As many of you know, I just retired as a sportscaster. I was on Sunday Night Football on NBC. The Super Bowl was my final game. Al Michaels gave me a beautiful kiss goodbye at the end. And if anyone's curious, I left because I chose to leave. It was completely my choice. And it's because I wanted to add my voice to the world that needs more voices of courage, I think, that are willing to say, I do not apologize for what I stand for. Don't apologize. And that's why, and it was to become more involved. I'm now working on a campaign in Minnesota with someone running for governor, Kendall Qualls. I'm not supposed to do that, sorry.
Hey, it's just a fact.
It is a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. I am a co-chair of his campaign. I hope you'll check him out online. And I just want people to know it's okay to be yourself and speak your values and live your values and not apologize.
So
I don't have any controversial values either.
So if I think about pro sports and as a kid watching pro sports, it never would have been discordant to have values like you have and work in pro sports. At what point did this become a conflict or a tension where if on your own time you wanted to speak about what you cared about, it became a professional problem?
Well, I think the advent of social media, right? If I tweeted anything, you're in the quagmire. Now everyone's retweeting it, and by the way, reading into it, you know, I remember my producer once telling me 140 characters is not the best way to get your message out there. Yeah. And he was right. And I have since left Twitter, by the way. I'm not really on social media. I'm on LinkedIn. And
by the way, you're on social media right now, whether you like it or not.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm here voluntarily, and hopefully people will listen to the full. I got more than 140 characters to talk here. But it's a dangerous way to try to communicate with people, because no matter what you say, you will be twisted and taken out of context, guaranteed, by people who want to. It's not, that's the sport now.
So let me tell you, you sound like my wife. Oftentimes at 1 a.m., she storms into wherever I'm sitting and says, give me the phone. Because, so many of us who think we should get a fair shot, right? The refs should call it straight. I didn't mean it when I said that. We start to defend ourselves. You're right about the apology. If the apology was meant to say, hey, look, I just want you to know I didn't mean to offend you, but that's not what the apology is. The apology is, see, I told you, you have privilege.
Yep.
You don't have a voice here. Shut up. That's what's going on.
Well, first of all, let's talk about something he just said. I didn't mean to offend you. People can choose to be offended by whatever they want.
Obviously.
Being offended, I believe this fervently. Being offended is a choice that you make. You read something, you see something, I say something, and you go, oh, I'm so offended. Well, why? It's just, if you disagree with me, disagree with me. But if you decide you're going to be pained by it or aggrieved by it, that's you making that choice. You can also, the other choice is, I disagree, I'm walking on, I'm moving on. So the way I started to look at Twitter was, if someone tweeted something really awful about me, I said, it's a Russian bot, I'm gonna ignore it, and just laugh. It's your choice. It really is. I'm not saying it's easy.
No.
It's not easy,
no.
But it is your choice. You get to choose how you respond to everything in the world. And when I said Russian bot, by the way, I hate to I know we're trying to have fun up here, but God bless the people fighting for themselves in the Ukraine right now.
Yeah, look, I think there's a lot of energy and optimism at CPAC, but I think there's also underlying that is a real concern.
Yeah.
Elections have consequences. Elections with lots of fraudulent ballots have even more consequences. And when we thought about this year's CPAC, we know the politics are going our way. We get that. But underlying that is some really, really hurtful things. And part of that is this cancel culture, which I believe the Democratic Party and the left is fueling for whatever reason. And even people like Bill Maher saying, hey, enough is enough. You were the one who helped us invite Enes Freedom to come to CPAC. Within 72 hours, he lost his NBA contract. How does that make you feel?
Well, I'm angry. So for people who don't know, Enes Kanter Freedom, his name was Enes Kanter. He's a Turkish player. Became an American citizen because he desired freedom, which is everyone should desire. Changed his name legally to Enes Kanter Freedom, which is so beautiful. And he played for the Celtics. They traded him, and he got cut by the Houston Rockets, to whom he was traded. I'm fairly certain that was a calculated move. How do we get rid of Enes without it making seem like we're getting rid of Enes? Well, we'll trade him, and we'll let them do something. I've been in touch with Enes. He's hanging in there. He would like to get another job in the NBA. He's a basketball player.
Could we send a message to Enes Freedom about what we think about him in this room? What do you all think? That's right.
I mean, he has been a portrait of courage, right? The guy is out there talking about, I mean, he would wear shoes during warm-ups of an NBA game that said, you know, things about China and slavery and the Uyghurs, and the NBA didn't like it. And they begged him to take those shoes off. Somebody did. He never did. I just think that kind of courage, we need more of it. And I hope collectively we find it within each other. In other words, that's sort of what I want to tell people. I had the courage, whatever. This is not a pat on the back, believe me. I'm going to miss Sunday Night Football. But I chose to leave my job so that I could help make a difference somewhere. That's all I want to do, is help make a difference. I want to help things get better. I want us to heal. I love this country. My dad was a second-generation Spaniard, came in. My mom was dirt poor, Irish and German. Hi, Mom, I hope you're watching, and it's okay that I said you were dirt poor, because it's true. And they got married. My mom basically got disowned by her family for marrying a Spaniard. They called them names, you know? And they lived the American dream. They made it happen. And knowing my relatives and knowing where I come from, I know that's possible. And I know, and I'm really tired of people telling other people, oh, it's only possible for some. That's just not true. It's not true. I believe it's available to everyone. I do believe every state is responsible for making their school systems better, you know, and giving families choice about where they get to educate their kids. And that would help. That would be a great investment in the future of this country. And anyway, that's why I'm at CPAC.
KT McFarland has said many times, and I copy her, it's a great statement, that America is the only country on the face of the globe that literally teaches her children to hate her own country. You have this immigrant experience you just talked about. Within the political conversation we're having, people like you aren't supposed to have these values. Speak out of CPAC. You're supposed to think that we're the haters. We're the intolerant people. Is it true that we've woken up and we're not going to put up with this anymore?
I think we're seeing a sea change. Tell me if you agree, because I've had so many phone calls lately from people who said, oh my gosh, you're doing it. I want to do this. I want to speak out. I want to, and so my message is to people, please be courageous. Yeah. Speak out. I believe that the majority of the country believes in the goodness of us, in the goodness of Americans, the American people. But they've been told to shut up, and don't shut up, and demonstrate the goodness in all that you do, whether it's smiling at the grocery clerk, whether it's thanking your, I don't know, the guy that just filled your tank, if you still do, you know, do they still serve, or is it all self-serve?
No,
I've never had, I
the only
self-serve.
place it's not self-serve is when the government makes them hire those people to fill up your tank. So there you go. New Jersey. Come on, guys. Come on, Jersey. You got to do better. Come on. You're so close. You're so close. The truck driver, good. That's a good first step.
Yeah, wave at truck drivers. I mean, I don't care who they are, and you know what? Someone's going to find a way to twist what I just said. They're going to go, oh, she said to smile at the grocery clerk as though they're less than her. No, God, stop.
Don't apologize.
I'm not, don't apologize, because once you apologize, you'll just keep retreating to the back and going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't do it. What I mean is do good at every turn in your life. Do good for your family. Do good for your friends. Do good for the people you run into. Smile at people around you. Say hello, good morning. Just do good and be brave and find that courage. We all have it, but we've got to use it. We got and not apologize for it.
So one thing I've noticed, by the way, it's great to be in Florida, right? We all know that. One of the greatest reasons why it's good to be in Florida is because my family lives here, so thank you all for being here. And they're Spaniards too, so they're kind of like you a lot.
There we go.
But what I notice is when I go to a red state, I find joy, I find happy people, I hear please and thank you. No one's hectoring you over masks or this or that. And in blue state, they're down. It's a downer to be in these places. I mean, you know, first of all, it's dangerous, but second of all, like, these people are crabby.
When you're angry all the time, you tend to be crabby. I mean, and again, it's like that choice of how you respond to every situation you're faced with in life. You also get to choose to be cheerful or happy over choosing to be angry all the time. Now look, life deals all of us, a fair load of crap. Every so often, we all get it, because life isn't fair, and it never will be. It is not perfectly fair. And you got to accept that. I mean, if life were fair, children wouldn't die of cancer, right?
That's right.
If life were fair, we'd all look like Cindy Crawford. I mean, are some of you too young to know who Cindy? Good God, that's. Who else should I say? Who's younger? Kim Kardashian? I don't know. Anyway, if life were fair, everything would be equal, but it's not. So here you accept that. You say, I know I'm not going to have everything I want, but I'm going to pursue what's the most important to me. And given my set of circumstances, what do I want to do? I've got the freedom to do that. So accepting that, you try to you bring justice where it needs to come, right? You bring fairness to where you can control it, but you can't always control it. And I think that example of kids having cancer, if you think that life's supposed to be fair, think about a kid with cancer. That just ain't fair. And so what we do is we respond accordingly. We respond the best way we know how. I know we're running out of time.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one final question. It seems like in the, not that long ago, the liberals were the tolerant ones that said, hey, let every book be out there on the shelf, let everyone say what they want to say. And now it seems like the people of CPAC and conservatives are the ones that say, hey, we'll welcome people on our stage. We might have some disagreements, so we want to hear what they have to say. But the liberals have turned leftist, and the conservatives have this liberal open mindset. What the heck is going on?
I don't know, but I'd rather be on the side of the liberal open mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep an open mind. Don't, listen, one thing I think I really want to say before I leave, just because they disagree with you doesn't mean you should hate them. Don't be a hater. Smile, accept, it's the golden rule.
I was just going to say.
Treat others the way you would want to be
That's
treated.
right.
We all want to be accepted for our beliefs. Now, I know, again, none of this is easy, and I get that. But here in America, we have a pretty good life. We have an opportunity to do hard things. So in other words, I can go get a coffee without grinding my own beans, right? So that's ease, that's convenience. So now I'm going to channel my energy towards the hard stuff. And that means, because we don't have to necessarily chop our own wood anymore, all that. I hope we're not heading back there, but the way things are going, I mean, we're gonna have, I don't know.
That's the way we're gonna have to heat our houses pretty soon. Yeah.
Oh, good, you know. You gotta work at it, folks. You gotta work at being accepting. You gotta work at getting your spinal column a little stronger and saying, you disagree with me, have a great day.
That's right.
You gotta work at it. Let's not hate back. Let's be the group that says free speech, absolutely 1,000% free speech. I'm not gonna try to cancel you.
Yeah.
You can try to cancel me.
But you're not
I'm not gonna
succeed.
cancel you, and you're not gonna succeed.
Michelle Tafoya, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
at CPAC.
Thank you. Thank you.